Welcome to the third video of chapter 2, that is acid, bases and salts. Here we'll be discussing about the strength of acid or base solutions. How can we judge how strong an acid or a base is? For finding the strength of an acid or a base, we need to find out the amount of ions present in the solution. It is done by making use of a universal indicator, which is a mixture of several indicators. This universal indicator shows different colors at different concentration of hydrogen ions in a solution. For this, a scale has been developed which is called a pH scale. The P here stands for potence in German, which means par, where hydrogen stands for hydrogen ions. So it is a scale that measures hydrogen ion concentration in a solution. pH is a measure of the amount of hydrogen ions in a solution, that is potential hydrogen. The more the hydrogen ions, the lower the pH, the more the acidic solution will be. So this is the pH scale. On the pH scale, we can measure pH generally from 0, that means very acidic, to 14, that means very alkaline. Higher the hydronium ion concentration, the lower the pH value and more acidic the solution is. Whereas higher the value of the pH number, more basic the solution is, which shows more hydroxide concentration in the solution. As we lower the pH number, the hydrogen ion concentration increases, and as we increase the pH number, the hydroxide ion concentration increases. As we go down to a pH value, there is an increase in hydrogen ion concentration, and as we go up the pH value, there is a decrease in hydrogen ion concentration, whereas opposite is the case with the hydroxide ion. pH of some substances have been shown here, and the respective colors associated with each pH are also shown. Here are few more examples showing pH of different substances. Now let's come to the strength versus concentration. When describing acids and bases, strength and concentration do not mean the same thing. Strength refers to the ability of the acid or base to dissociate in solution, and pH measures this. Dissociation refers to the ability of an ionic compound to break apart into ions. As you can see here, ions of strong acids have separated completely, while those of weak acids have not completely separated. They are still attached with each other. Now let's come to the concentration. It refers to the amount of acid or base dissolved in a solution. An acid or base will have the same pH regardless of how concentrated it is. Just because you add water to dilute it, it's still going to have the same amount of hydrogen ions, they'll just be spread out more. You can see here the acid is concentrated, that means it has more number of particles per unit volume, but here the same acid is diluted because it has less number of particles per unit volume.
Now let's compare strong and weak acids. When a strong acid or base dissolves in water, nearly all of the acid or base molecules will dissociate into ions. HCl is an example of a strong acid, so you can see in the figure that all the hydrogen and chloride ions have separated apart. The greater the ability to dissociate, the more potential the acid or base has for being dangerous because there are more ions available to react. While when a weak acid or base dissolves in water, only a small fraction of the acid or base molecules dissociate, or they dissociate partially. Acetic acid is an example of a weak acid, so you can see in the figure only few of the hydrogen and acetate ions have separated. With less ions in solution, there is less potential for danger because there are less ions available to react. Hence, the acid or base is weak.
Hence, we can conclude that strength of an acid has nothing to do with its concentration. Now here are some examples of strong and weak acids. Example of strong acids are hydrochloric acid, which is generally found in the stomach, sulfuric acid, which is used in the batteries, and nitric acid. As you can see here, all the ions of hydrochloric acid have separated apart. Example of weak acids are acetic acid, which is generally found in vinegar, and citric acid, which is generally found in citrus fruits like lemon and oranges. Now here again you can see these are the ions of acetic acid that have not separated completely. Few of the ions have separated like these, while most of them have still not separated. Hence it is a weak acid. Now some example of strong and weak bases are, strong bases are sodium hydroxide, any alkali or alkaline earth metal with hydroxide ion, that is potassium hydroxide. Weak bases are aluminium hydroxide, which is often found in deodorants, and ammonium hydroxide, which is used in many cleaning products. Now, what's the importance of pH or strength of acids and bases in everyday life? Let's go in details. First is plants and animals are pH sensitive. Our body works within the pH range of 7 to 7.8. Living organisms can survive only in a narrow range of pH. When the pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, which is due to dissolution of poisonous gases which are released from various industries, it is called acid rain. When this acid rain flows into the rivers, it lowers the pH of river water, because of which the diverse aquatic life inside these water bodies get harmed. Second is pH of soil in your backyard. Plants require a specific pH range for their healthy growth. pH of soil plays an important role in the growth of plants. If the pH of soil is high, the organic matter is added to it to lower its pH. This organic matter gets degraded by the microorganisms which are present in the soil. The microorganisms also release a lot of acid and hence lower the soil pH. While when the pH of soil is low, fertilizers are added to it. Those fertilizers are rich in hydroxide content, hence they increase the pH of the soil. And the soil again becomes fit for plantation. Third is pH in our digestive system. You can see in the shown figure various pH ranges are there in our digestive system itself. As you can see, pH of the oral cavity or our mouth is between 6.8 to 7.5, while that of stomach is between 1.5 to 2, which is more acidic as compared to our oral cavity. While the pH of small intestine is between 7.2 to 7.5, which is slightly alkaline because it receives bile juice from the liver, which is alkaline in nature. Hence, in our gastrointestinal tract only, there is a vast range of pH present. You might have suffered from pain and irritation in the stomach, which is caused due to indigestion. This pain is the result of release of a large amount of acid in the stomach. To get rid of this pain, we generally use bases known as antacids. These antacids neutralize the excess acid in our stomach and give us relief. A common antacid is milk of magnesia, which is magnesium hydroxide. Next is pH change as the cause of the tooth decay. The tooth decay starts when the pH of the mouth is lower than 5.5. The enamel is made up of calcium phosphate, which is the hardest substance in the body. This calcium phosphate gets corroded when the pH of our buccal cavity or mouth falls below 5.5 and it starts demineralizing. Hence, the 5.5 can be said to be the critical pH level of our mouth. What happens is the sugars or the food particles that remain stuck in mouth after eating are attacked upon by the bacteria present in the mouth. And these bacteria present in the mouth produce acids by degradation of this sugar and food particles remaining in the mouth. And the acid eventually damages the tooth enamel by lowering the pH of the mouth below 5.5. Hence, it erodes and forms cavities in our mouth. This decay is prevented by using toothpastes which are alkaline in nature. So, these alkaline toothpastes neutralize acid produced in our mouth and hence prevent the erosion of our enamel. Next is self-defense by animals and plants through chemical warfare. Have you ever been stung by a honeybee? The bee sting leaves an acid which causes pain and irritation. Use of a mild base like baking soda on the stung area gives us relief. Similarly, wasp stings are alkaline, so to neutralize them, we use an acid such as vinegar, which is a mild acid. Applying this vinegar on the wasp stings and baking soda to the bee sting neutralizes the acidic or basic effect of the sting and hence gives us relief. Nature provides neutralization options too. Here you can see nettle leaves. Nettle is a herbaceous plant which grows in white. Its leaves have stinging hair as you can see, which cause painful stings when touched accidentally. This is due to the methanoic acid secreted by them. A traditional remedy for curing them is by rubbing the area with the leaf of the dog plant as you can see here. As this dog plant is curing irritation which is caused by methanoic acid injected by these nettle leaves, this dog plant can be said to be of basic nature. Hence, the basic dog plant is neutralizing the acidic effect created by nettle leaves. Thus, it is proof that nature provides neutralization options too. Here are some examples of naturally occurring acids and their sources. Vinegar has acetic acid, oranges have citric acid, tamarind tartaric acid, tomatoes oxalic acid, sour milk or curd lactic acid, lemon is the source of citric acid, ant sting has methanoic acid, and nettle sting also has methanoic acid. Now, let's summarize the points that we have read so far. First, pH scale is used to measure strength of acids and bases. Strength refers to the ability of the acid base to dissociate in a solution. Concentration refers to the amount of acid base dissolved in a solution. Our body works within the pH range of 7 to 7.8. Plants require a specific pH range for their healthy growth. pH plays an important role in our digestive system. pH change is the cause of our tooth decay. Plants and animals do chemical warfare for their self-defense. In the end, I have a question for you all. Which acid is found in apples? You can answer the question by commenting below. If you have any doubt regarding this video, you can ask in the comments and also give your suggestions for improving the video. To get update for the next video, please subscribe the channel. Next part of the chapter will be covered in the next video. Until then, take care and goodbye.